Hey guys, what's up? We are back with another video today, and today we are doing a Cal Notre Dame preview and prediction. So as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. As a Notre Dame fan, I really need that right now, so please hit that subscribe button down below. It'll be much appreciated. As always, like this video if you enjoy it. Comment all your thoughts and opinions down below. I respond to pretty much every single comment, so make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions down below, especially if you're a Notre Dame fan. What are your thoughts after, well, somebody must have informed the Sun Belt, otherwise known as the Fun Belt, that they were the SEC last weekend, and, well, App State and Marshall sure did play like it, going into two very hostile environments and coming out with victories. Though, if you listen to the college football podcast, I did call the App State upset, so just going to say, either way, on to the next piece of news. Tyler Buckner is out for the season. That is Notre Dame's starting quarterback, if you do not know that. So it is going to be a struggle for Notre Dame as the Irish don't have a starting quarterback. Drew Pine will be the starter for the remainder of the season, with Steve Angeli serving as the backup, and now Ron Paulus as the third string guy at that position. You're going to have a lot of issues coming into that. There's all sorts of problems with that, but I'm going to get into it as we start off with a Cal just kind of preview of their roster and how they're doing this season. Jack Plummer, the former Purdue quarterback, is now their starting quarterback. Justin Wilcox, to start off with the head coach here, before I get into the quarterback a little bit more. He's in a 6th year. He has a 26-28 record overall. Last year kind of had a lot of disappointment as he brought back a lot of starters, and this year he only brings back 8 total starters, 3 on offense and 5 on defense. So it is not a great California team. Struggled to beat UNLV earlier last week. And then beat UC Davis, so they are 2-0 coming into this matchup. But this is not a good California team. Jack Plummer can pass around the ball at a pretty good clip. And you have a general solid team in some sorts of places. But this is a bad Cal team. This is a really bad team. And Notre Dame should have no problem. But I do preface with this. Notre Dame should have had no problem with Marshall. Yet they had a major problem with Marshall. So let's just preface it all with that. You do have a couple of good prospects. Daniel Scott, their safety. Cal has produced some good safety prospects in the past, notably Ashton Davis. So you do have some solid pieces here and there. But really, this is a Cal team that Notre Dame should take care of, no problem whatsoever. But we'll see. Though I will say this, Cal is worse than Marshall. There is no doubt in my mind that that is a fact, that Cal is worse than Marshall. And because of this fact, Notre Dame does come into this game. Probably, this is an easier matchup than the Marshall game, just to preface that. I know that I keep saying that, but it truly is. So, let's start off with the quarterback position. That is the glaring hole and the big need and the screaming exclamation point at all Notre Dame fans. As well, Drew Pine is just a less athletic, less talented Tyler Buckner, at least in my opinion, and I think a lot of Notre Dame fans are saying similar things. He has less of an arm by far. He has solid running ability. He's like Ian Book in that he has good escape ability, but not great straight line speed. He's not going to just beat anybody down the boundary. Same way Tyler Buckner would beat most linebackers, compete with some safeties and cornerbacks and stuff like that. Obviously would beat defensive linemen. But you definitely can do that with Tyler Buckner. With Drew Pine, it's just more escapability than anything else. So that's not good. You have Steve Angeli now as the backup quarterback. Angeli, he's a true freshman. He came in last December, if I believe correctly. So he was here early rather than late. But with this, it's not where you want to be. It's really not. Tommy Rees is struggling as offensive play caller. he looked good in the Oklahoma State game, screwed it up with halftime adjustments, had absolutely none, screwed it up in the halftime adjustments against Ohio State, had absolutely none of them, and this offensive line looks trash. This is just, you need to win, get a win. You just have to get a win. I don't care how dirty it looks, you just have to get a win. Period. You just gotta get a W on the board. You got to get a run game started. You have to find some momentum heading into a tough road matchup against North Carolina, a team that is elite at passing the ball. And that's not a problem for Notre Dame. Notre Dame's secondary is actually quietly really, really good this year with Cam Hart, Clarence Lewis, Brandon Joseph, Ramon Henderson. That is an elite secondary. The problem is that, well, the rest of the team is bad. The defensive line is yikes. And this is just So this is going to be a really, really tough matchup for Notre Dame. And the only sense being that Notre Dame has lost a game and Freeman looks down and is kind of out of the count. And it's like, where do you got to start somewhere. You got to get a win and just move on next week. Once you can get that monkey off your back, you should be good. But heading into the specifics of the matchup, keys to win the game for Notre Dame. One, you got to start a run game. You got to find a way to get a run game. Come on, Notre Dame. This is absolutely ridiculous. You got to play the defensive line. You got to play in the offensive line. You got to play in the trenches. Come on, you have to play. You have to bring the effort. You got to, come on. This is Notre Dame, and we're talking about them getting pushed around by Marshall. And I'm sorry to get all emotional, but come on, this is Marshall we're talking about. Marshall. This is not. No. This is a Sun Belt team. No, you do not get pushed around by the 125th ranked rushing offense. Or defense. You don't get pushed around. You don't. You don't give up pick sixes. This is no. So here's the only shining light that I can see is this. Drew Pine may be very similar to Ian Book. He ain't going to win you a big game, but he also isn't going to lose you anything. As long as Drew Pine doesn't turn the ball over, make stupid mistakes, I think he's good enough to win most of the rest of the games on the schedule, to beat Cal, to probably beat North Carolina, to play BYU competitively depending on how good BYU is, to beat Stanford, UNLV, depending on how good Syracuse is. Syracuse has started off 2-0 with some impressive wins. They have a big game against Purdue this weekend. Seeing how they do there, then we'll kind of see for future reference. But Syracuse, that's a tough game now. Clemson, they have their own issues. We'll see where they go at quarterback. They should win that game, but let's all be honest, there is absolutely no guarantees with this season. Absolutely no guarantees. Navy, you should get a win. If you lose that game, I'm going to lose my mind. I will go on a 15-minute rant through this channel. Boston College, you should get a win. Boston College looks bad this year. Losses to Rutgers. And who else do they lose to? 1 second. Bear with me. Boston College lost to Virginia Tech. So the reason why I know that is because I picked them in College Football Roundup. Also, you want to check that out. It'll be down in the description. Make sure you go check out College Football Roundup. Go check out my website. Getting a lot more viewership on it recently, but either way. And then at USC, that's going to be a tough game. But to be honest, let's play Cal. Let's play the first California team on our schedule, then make it through the second one, and then get to Southern Cal. They already have their own scandals going on with the Los Angeles mayor stuff, but either way, you gotta win a game. You gotta get a W in the book. You gotta get a win. You can't start off 0-3. You just gotta get a win, get the monkey off the back, and work from here, Marcus. You just got to get a win. That's all you have to do. That's all you need to do. Get a win. Hopefully we can do this. Maybe we can use these gold helmets to be able to get us because, hey, guys, we are the Fighting Irish. We're not nobodies. Come on. We got to get some wins here. that's all I have for today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, 2 videos down below and everything like that. But thank you guys for watching and bearing with me. As always, have a great day. Bye.